Good evening and welcome into the Centene Community Ice Center for ACHA Women's Hockey. We've got the Jamestown Jimmies against the hometown Lindenwood Lions. Teams coming out on the ice for this 9:30 start tonight, and we are excited to bring it to you. The Lions return home after a quick 2-game trip to Maryville last weekend. It's a 3-game homestand for the Lions. We'll turn things over to the PA address announcer for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Welcome everyone to tonight's matchup between Jamestown and your Lindenwood Lions. The starting lineup for Jamestown. On right wing, number 82, Melissa Lindenwood. On center, number 17, Gabby Schroeder. On left wing, number 12, Annika Bradley. On right defense, number 36, Ashton Lee. On left defense, number 97, Gracie Fisher. And in goal, number 29, Mackenzie Gibson. Now for the starting lineup for your Lindenwood Lions. On right wing, number 70, Devin Doty. On center, number 24, Kaylee Keller. On left wing, number 25, Saskia Hughes. On right defense, number 11, Allison Blasquez. On left defense, number 14, Madison Teague. And starting in net, number 56, Eddie Oliver. These guys are going to thank the national anthem.
Well, those are your starting lineups for tonight for the Jimmies. Alyssa Lingen, Annika Braun, and Gabby Schroeder up top. Ashton Lee and Gracie Fisher on defense. And in net, number 29, Mackenzie Gibson comes in with a 4-3 record, 2.14 goals against, and a .936 save percentage for the Lions. It's going to be Devin Doty, Kaylee Keller, and Saskia Fuchs to start things off. Allison Blaskovich and Madison Teague will be on defense. And in net, Evie Allerding, 3-6-1, a 4.26 goals against and a .903 save percentage, but she has just gotten stronger and stronger as this season has gone on. She picked up her first career shutout against Michigan State a couple of weeks ago, and she has just continued to grow here in her freshman year for the Lions. And they're going to be facing off against a familiar face in Rylee Gee. She was a part of this Lindenwood program a couple years ago before Jamestown started their program, and she transferred. She is the captain of this Jimmies squad, but she is coming off all-season shoulder surgery. This is just going to be her seventh game of the year. So she's still getting herself into playing shape and speed. And we are about ready to get underway here. Puck is dropped. And the Lions have it. It's Doty into the offensive zone. She swings wide, puts that one wide of the net. Gibson lets it go around. Lions hunting after it. It's Keller in the corner along with Fuchs. Jimmy's able to pull that one away and send it forward. Again, this Jamestown team, just their second year in existence. 21 returning players as Lingen picks it up along the boards. Fuchs intercepts, tries to send it forward, but it's kept in. Finally punched out there by Fuchs, and Braun will go back to get it. 2 goals in her last game. Snapped a 6-game losing streak. And a handful of those games came against one of the Lions' opponents this week, M&O State. Swung to the near side to Teague. Tries to pick up Pierce in the middle. That one's dumped right back in. And Blaskovich will have to retreat. Fuchs still out there. Pressured hard there by Gee. Finally pulled away by Madison Teague. She'll circle behind her net. She's pressured. Tries to reverse it, but gives that one away to Gee. Behind the net. Racing in there is Jamestown. They'll try to reverse it. That was Whale. And now Teague. A long shift for the starting defenders for this Lions squad as Hillary Pierce finally able to get it out. She chips it into the paraphernalia of Whale. It does allow the Lions to get a line change, and we're going to get a hand pass whistled down. Not sure if that was correct or not because that was in Whale's jersey. It fell down, and I think she was the last one to touch it, but regardless, it'll be a face-off just in front of the Jamestown bench. Actually, now they will bring it down into the Jamestown zone. And now the draw. Won by the Lions. This is Martinez. She fires it toward the net. That goes wide. And picked up on the near side by Clayton. She'll send it out. Picked off there by Martinez. Gains the red line, dumps it in. Racing in after it is Doctor. She'll whip it around. Jimmy's intercept. Bilton gets to it. Weeks lifts the stick. It's loose. Finally pulled away by Jamestown, but not out of the zone. Martinez dumps it down and punched out there by Amick. Right back in there is Wither. Gibson will set it up for Doctor. And some pressure there as Baker picks it up. She eludes Miller. And now racing up is Baker. She gets the red line. Into the Lions zone, sweeps it in, but right there is Bryn Carter, and she will clear it out. Vuktavine. Jimmy's set up in their own zone. High pressure here from the Lions. Miller can't find it after it was deflected by Antonio, and right back in are the Jimmies. Baker sends that one wide, and Loki Antonio picks it up. She'll slam it up the boards. Nickel chips it out. Jimmy's collected at the red line. That one eludes Vuktavine and allows Teague to collect. She stops. Vuktavine goes by her. Nice move there by Teague, but Vuktavine intercepts. That's loose in front. Antonio able to come back and clean it up. Fuchs cannot clear it. Antonio again. She exits the zone, gets to the middle of the ice. Into the Jimmy zone, swings it wide. Doty, that shot goes over the net. Fuchs pinches in, keeps it alive for the moment. Into the middle, Doty has it. She'll whip that one to the far corner. That one bounces in front. Pulled up there by Lee. She'll push it forward to Vuktavine. Gets that into the Lions zone, goes off on a change. Wither has it behind her net. That pass nibbles off the stick of Schroeder. And Harushko chops at it. Keller gets it into the zone, but it's picked up there by Lincoln. Kept in there nicely by Pierce. Here's Harushko and Pierce. That's in the skates of Harushko. She goes down, no call. And the Jimmies try to chip it out, but there is Pierce to seal the boards. Finally picked up there by the Jimmies, and they'll reverse course back to the near side. That one into the middle of the zone, just out of the reach of Antonio, and now Wither has it from Blaskovich. She'll send that one in. Picked up by Bolak. She'll send it up to Wielgosh, and that's out of the zone. Back from Martinez. 15:50 to go in the first period. No score. Here's an opportunity for Harushko on the break. She goes down, and that's going to draw a penalty as Harushko tripped up on the partial breakaway off the pass from the boards, and the Lions get a chance to go to the power play. A power play that has started to get a little bit hot as of late. At the end of last year, under 3% accuracy for that power play of the Lions. Now up to 7.7. Still tied for 25th in ACHA D1, but a significant increase from a couple of weeks ago. It's going to go up against the 21st ranked penalty kill unit in the Jimmies. They're at 81%. They do have 2 shorthanded goals on the season, so got to be careful to not let them spring themselves out for an opportunity. As we're trying to get the penalty time up on the board. We are in the NHL rink as Wheelgosh was the party that will go to the box. We'll have Bilton, Harushko, Antonio, Pierce, and Teague out there for the Lions on the power play. As we are still trying to get the clock to be set properly. And the difference from most NHL rinks is the penalty box has an open spot where they can pop into the scorer's area, and Wheelgosh was in there trying to help them fix it up. And the Lions win the draw. Teague from out high. That one deflected off of a Jimmy defenseman. And now Teague collects at the top. Down to Pierce. Cross ice to Antonio. That one slipped past. Doesn't reach Gibson. She'll cover it up as she finds it as Pierce comes crashing into the net. 16 seconds gone in the advantage. Good puck movement early on from the Lions. And one of the keys for this game for the Lions tonight is going to be that face-off circle. When they are on the positive side of the face-off wins, they will win games 9 out of 10 times. When they fail to win the face-off battle, they struggle to pick up wins. Another one here for the Lions. It's Antonio. Slips that one down low. Harushko will switch with Antonio. Harushko going wide. That one slipped down. Clock isn't going. And that'll be cleared out of the zone. Antonio picks it up and gets into the zone. She drops to Pierce. Now to Teague at the point. Back to Pierce. Low shot. Gibson didn't see it. It kicked off her pad, and Antonio collected on the far side. Slips that one down low to Harushko, looking for the backdoor pass. Good coverage there by the defense of Schroeder. That one tipped on Pierce. Backhand. Doesn't get to it. Net comes off its moorings. And we'll get another face-off inside the Jimmy's zone. A good opportunity there as that one popped free in front of an open net for Pierce, but she could not get to it. As we are getting the clock set to where it needs to be. Well, 14:39 left to go in this one. In the first, Lions still have an opportunity on the power play. 1:04 gone. So 56 seconds left on the advantage. Second power play unit out there. Draw one by the Lions again. Swept back by Doty to Wither. She goes cross to Weeks. Down low. That one off the stick of Keller, but she's able to pick it back up. She has Doty at the face-off dot. Doty winds up, fires that one wide, deflected in front by Evert, but swept out by the Jimmies. Doty finds it, though, and finds it to Wither. Now to Weeks. She spins, drops it down low for Keller. Up to Weeks. Under 30 to go in the power play. Keller has Evert in front, sends it up top to Wither. She steps in. Doty fires the one-timer, no good. Comes in front, picked up by Keller. She can't slide it in front, and Gibson puts her mitt on it for the face-off. 19 left to go in the advantage. And Doty picked up her first career goal. It was a power play goal a couple of weeks ago against Michigan State. Also, Marina Evert picked up her first career goal. That's the same game that Allardine picked up her first career shutout. Here's Teague to Antonio. Back to Teague. Shot kicked out there by Gibson. Antonio into the corner. She sweeps it down low. Harushko up top. Teague fires that one off the pad again of Gibson. Long legs of Gibson allow her to kick that one out. Now Teague, penalty over. High shot. That one's gloved down there in front by Fisher, and she'll send it forward. And now the Jimmies will finally be able to break out of the zone. Lingen stopped there by Teague. Lions had pressure for the entire 2 minutes of that power play, as Antonio lifts that one up off the glove of Harushko, right back in by Jamestown. Antonio tries to find Pierce but cannot. And now Fisher. That pass eludes her teammate. And Antonio picks it off and races in. She tries to go wide. Good stick there by Bolak. And a stoppage here as the glove save by Gibson on the low percentage shot from Antonio. Exactly what the Lions needed to do in this one was to come out with a fast start, get shots on net, and really set up their offensive game. Something we haven't been able to see them do as of late. This one clears the zone. Martinez has it on the near side. She'll flip it forward. Trying to stick it down was Miller. She gets it, sends it down low behind the net. Racing after it is Nickel. She'll slide it behind the net. No one there for the Lions, and that's picked up by Vukovic. She can't clear it. Martinez sends it to the middle. Weeks can't chop it down. Nickel in the far corner. She tries to send it up top. Picked off there by the Jimmies, and they're finally able to clear the zone as Baker gets it out. Fired back by Martinez. Teams trading possession, and now here is Baker. She looks to go wide, cuts to the middle, sends that one deflected off of Martinez. Back in front, Martinez gets a skate on it. That one hops around in the defensive zone, finally swept up to Doctor. Low shot kicked out there by Allardine. Braun winds that one down low. Martinez pressured there by Schroeder. Fuchs gets it up, but Doctor intercepts. That one's off of Weeks. Into the corner to Schroeder. Sends it in front off of Weeks' skate into the crease. But no harm done. That pass is finally picked up by Fuchs, and she'll chip it out of the zone. Allows the Lions to get to a change. And Schroeder sends it into the middle. Braun sliding down is Doty. Braun goes around her. She spins. Kicks it up to the top. That one into the between the wickets of the defender. Doty intercepts. She goes down. Toe picks. Gets it into the zone, though. And now the Jimmies intercept with Kautzman. Pressure there by Antonio. No surprise, she's all over the ice when she's out there. Wither steps in, keeps it alive for the moment. It does pop free, and now out break the Jimmies. Wheelgosh. Good defensive play there by the Lions. Harushko sweeps it out. Near side Gee, she almost gets in offside, but is able to pull it back from the blue line, and she'll reset. Rushes into the zone, still has it on her backhand, goes behind the net. Looking for some help. Drops that one off. Swung to the far side. Nice toe drag move. Backhand high rising shot. That's off the back of Gee. It's loose. Shot goes just wide of the net, and Doty is able to pick it up. She'll push it to the near corner where Antonio races over to get it. Off the stick of Wheelgosh, but out of the zone. Harushko harassing her. And Wheelgosh gets it back in. Blaskovic pressured there by Gee. She'll whip it around. And Pierce sends it in the middle. Dangerous pass. Gee right there to intercept. As Amick is there as well. Harushko, though, able to get it out of the zone. Antonio almost was able to break out, but a good stick by Cooling prevented that opportunity. Amick in the corner. Tight battle there. Two Lions, two Jimmies in the corner. Swings it out top. Bolak. That one off of Antonio. Slips through the arms of Pierce. That's going to be off of Blaskovic into the corner. And now picked up here by Harushko. Near side Antonio. She spins. Flips it to the far side. She has Pierce up front. If Blaskovic gets it to her, Pierce is there. End of a shift. That shot altered. And that one is going to be melted down for a face-off. Blaskovich a second earlier makes that pass, and Pierce closer to the start of the shift than an end of the shift. May have had a breakaway there. But another good opportunity and a face-off in the offensive zone with 9:36 to go in the first. Tie up on the draw. It's still loose on the dot. No one can pull it out yet. Finally picked up there by Braun. She'll send it to the near side. Teague able to pinch in to keep it alive. She'll send it all the way down low for Couchman. Kept in by Carter. Couchman will have to go back with Doctor to pick it up. Pressure there by Weeks. Pass intercepted by Bilton. Weeks there as well. She is pushed down. Puck clears the zone. Teague gets it out, and they're going to call that one down for an offside. Jamestown comes into this one 10-8 on the year. Lions 5-9-3. Lions ranked number 11 in the latest poll. Jamestown number 12, so two very evenly matched teams as Jamestown gets into the zone. Gee, as we had the buzzer go. And faceoff will come in the Lion zone. May have been an inadvertent buzzer. A draw here, won by the Jimmies. Lee cannot keep that one in the zone. She's pressured there by Weeks. Ashton Lee will have to retreat behind her own net. Sent up the far boards, picked off by Evert. She drops it down low. Weeks can't get to it. Now here is G. She's into the zone, spins, loses the puck, and that's sent out of the zone by Pierce. Delayed offside. Amick loses that one to Wither. She'll push forward and dumps that one in. Picked off there by Fisher, and now the Jimmies try to exit the zone with Amick. She'll send it to the far side. An opportunity for Cooling. She tries to sweep in front, puts that one just wide of the net. No worries there for Allarding. Miller gets it out of the zone, off the stick of Martinez, and now Wither. Pressure from the Jimmies. Miller has that one go off her stick. Bolak gets it right back into the zone. She chips it forward. Pierce gets to it. Bolak, that one off the pad of Allarding. Into the corner is Wither. Spinning there is Montrose. Trying to find it in front for Baker. They can't. That one will kick off a stick and out of the zone. Ashley Johnson comes to the near side. Trying to catch the Lions in the change. They can't. Off the stick of Teague in on Allarding. She'll just grab that one for a face-off with 7:20 left in the first. Lions had possession, and the possession for a good portion of this first period. Ice starting to tilt a little bit towards their own defensive zone here the last couple of shifts as the Jimmies start to get into their game. They win another draw. Low shot, kicked off the stick of Keller. Looking for a wraparound, broken up there. Keller fires it to the far corner. Doty races after it. She's pinned along the boards there by Baker. And now Keller tries to send it forward. Baker intercepts, she goes down, no call. Allarding with the kick save on the surprise shot there. Picked up again by Lingen. Allarding strong there. Rebound opportunity, she grabs and gets another face-off for the Lions as the Jimmies are starting to get that offense clicking here. Well, fans, don't forget the WMCH All-Star Game will be on Sunday, noon start over at the Maryville Ice Center. If you can't get out to the game, make sure you tune in for the broadcast. We'll see 3, if not 4, of these Lions playing in that game. Arden Harushko, Loki Antonio, Madison Teague. Hillary Pierce is an alternate for that game, as the aforementioned Antonio had it out of the zone, but had it picked off. Here's Carter. Braun helps get that one back into the Lions zone, but picked up by Pierce. Harushko sends it into the Jimmy zone. Right there on the blue line, Antonio can't keep it in. She has it, fires it around the boards. Picked up there by Fisher. Off the skate of Pierce. And now Braun will send it to the near side. Lee cannot exit the zone cleanly, and it's pressured down there by Antonio. She's going to get a penalty, and she runs Schroeder into the boards, and the Jimmies will get a chance to go to the power play. A very, very good power play. 20.3% on the year, 11th out of the 31 ACHA teams. But they're going up against a penalty kill that is equally as good, 9th in Division I at 87.7% for the Lions. Although in the last handful of games, it has struggled. Arizona State was 4 for 5 in that game. Maryville was 2 of 4 in their previous game, that 6-1 loss last week. The Lions need to tighten it up a little bit. This is Whale. She gets it back at the top of the point. Cross ice. Can't handle that one is Schroeder. She'll have to find it and sweeps it down low. Miscommunication there and allows Carter to get to it. She sends it around. Braun keeps it alive. Cross ice looking for Schroeder. Can't get the tip on it. Bilton with the deflection. And now Schroeder again up top to Whale. Has some room. Whale. Low shot deflected off a skate of a Jimmy to the near corner. Wheelgosh spins up top. High shot goes just wide of the net. Picked up there behind by Braun. She circles in front. Wires that one on there. Allarding with the stop. It's loose. Rebound comes out top. Whale resets. Wheelgosh off the glove of Allarding. Still loose. Diving play there to keep it alive was Wheelgosh. And the Jimmies keep possession. Whale, a change here for Jamestown. High pressure there from Weeks. The Lions need to get a change desperately with a clear. That one just wide of the net. Rebound opportunity swept aside by Bilton. Back up top. Wheelgosh. That one deflected. Goes behind the net. And now Clayton. Up top to Whale. She's been out there the whole time. Under 30. That shot. Allarding didn't see it. Went wide. Now Clayton has it in the far corner. Good battle in front there with Carter. Shot trickles around, still loose. Weeks able to get to it, and she'll race out of the zone to try and kill off the last 8 seconds. She'll peel off, whip it down low. And that's going to do it for the power play. Lots of opportunities for Jamestown. They just could not find that finishing shot. And the Lions. Antonio fires that one over the net as she came out of the box looking for a goal. Sent back in by Wither. Rylee Gee, the captain, picks it up. Pressured there by Pierce. Antonio in there as well. She'll send it up to Martinez, who pinches in. Blocked down there by the Jimmies. And Clayton. Antonio intercepts. She spins. Cuts to the middle of the zone. Drops it off to Martinez. She'll spin it all the way around the boards. Pierce looking for Antonio. Her and Harushko swap places. Antonio to the backhand. Sends it wide. That one tipped on by Harushko. Doesn't reach the net. She does pick it back up. Finds Antonio. She's pressured there by G. Antonio cuts to the middle. That one picked off by the Jimmies, and G will find the red line and dump it in. Allarding sets it up with 3:10 left in the period. Martinez comes to the far side, kept in there. Martinez again, second opportunity, picked off. Low shot goes just wide, tipped by G. She looks for the wraparound, but gets caught up in the net. And now Wither pushes it up to Fuchs off the boards. Here's Saskia Fuchs, 1-on-4. She tries to dump it down low, has that one intercepted. Chipped out there by the Jimmies. Good step up there by Blaskovich. She'll get it once more, send it right back down through the snow. Kautzman reverses. Teague pinches in, finds Doty. Had Keller in front, Doty loose. Keller looking for it, sends it wide. Another opportunity picked up by Jamestown. They'll set it off the boards and out of the zone. Blaskovich whips it right back in. Allows the Lions to get a change. Bolak almost intercepted by Nickel. Good pass, a 3-on-2 developing. Oh, going down, toe picking there was Braun. She was off to the races with a 3-on-2. Good pressure here, though, on the forecheck by the Jimmies. Amick picks it off. Fisher goes to the forehand, sends that one off the glove of Allarding. It's behind the net. Teague tries to push it forward. It's in her skates. Pulled away by Cooling. In the middle, Clayton. That one stopped by Allarding. Rebound kick to the near side. Fisher goes cross ice. No one there at the moment. But now Clayton. She's spun off there by Keller. Comes to the near side. Miller right there to try and push it out. She tangles with Fisher. Pulled away by Amick. Harusko tries to chip it out. Fisher sends it back down. Teague has it as the Jimmies go off on a partial change. Teague will send it all the way forward. Was looking for Harusko. Couldn't find her. Now Clayton enters the zone. She loses that one to Teague. She's going to send it all the way down. It's going to be an icing call going against the Lions with 1:03 left to go in the period. 1:02 in the period. So a little bit of a tired Lions team. Going to have to win a big draw here with 1:02 left in the first period in a scoreless game. That one won by the Jimmies. Doctor. Oh, and Bolak cannot keep it in. Big break there for the Lions. Now here's Marina Evert, 1-on-3. She tries to toe drag. Good play there by the defense of Doctor to break that one up. Evert gets it right back though. Sends it down low. Weeks. Pressured there. Whale has it out. And now Doctor reverses again. Weeks though will be the first to get it. She tries to spin off the check from Gee and does. Good stick there by Bolak. That one deflects in front. Weeks fires that one on. Deflected a little bit. Gibson able to find it. And a face-off upcoming with 28.7 left in the first. Well, the Lions have been able to pick up a couple of miscues from the Jimmies in their own defensive zone. Have not been able to bury it just yet. It's imperative for Lindenwood to score first. They've had to come back in multiple games this year. They've been successful in a handful of those, but not something you want to do regularly. Draw one there by Jamestown. Pulled free. Racing forward is Lee from her defensive position. She has Braun cutting to the net. Lee cuts in front, tries to sweep it underneath Allarding. Kept her pad sealed to the ice. Rebound into the near corner. Penalty coming up against the Lions. That's Weeks that's going to go off. As Fisher looks to toe drag, dumps it down low. Martinez will touch it. And with 2 seconds left in the period, the Jimmies will go back to the power play. And they're going to get a chance to get some fresh ice at the start of the second as Weeks goes off. Now, both teams have had one power play. Both teams have held possession for the majority of those power plays, but have yet to score. Now the Jimmies get a chance to maybe get a quick one here. If not, they're going to be able to come out to a fresh sheet of ice as Whale will direct her teammates. Face off tied up, set in front. Lingen can't get a shot off, and that's going to do it for the first period. A back and forth first period. No goals for either team. Both teams had opportunities, but Gibson and Allarding were very strong in net. Didn't allow much to bother them in that first period. Jimmies will come back with 1:59 left of the power play, looking to break the ice here at the Centene Community Ice Center. I'll step aside. We'll come back for second period action here on the Lindenwood Women's ACHA YouTube channel. Back at the Centene Community Ice Center. Second period getting ready to get underway for the Lions and the Jimmies as Caitlin Weeks heads back to the box. Jamestown will have a minute 59 on their power play. Fresh sheet of ice. See if the Lions can hold serve here at home. Jimmies win the draw. Brown swings it over to Wheelgosh. She'll collect and look to exit the zone. Comes to the near side to Schroeder. She'll drop it down just out of the reach of Whale, and Harushko intercepts and fired down by T. Gibson will set things up as Wheelgosh will direct traffic from behind her net. She'll push forward just out of the reach of Schroeder. And that is Whale. Collects it again out of the near side to Braun. She dumps it in to the far corner. Teague races after it, tries to fire it through. Fuchs picks up the deflected pass and will wire that one all the way down for Gibson once again. Whale again will retreat. She has Schroeder and Baker back there. And she goes to Baker. Cuts to the middle of the zone. Baker races in, deflected off of the stick of Carter behind the net. Baker picks it up. Teague fires that one off the far boards and down for another clear. 47 seconds left to go in the advantage. Bolak again delays, waits for the Jimmies to finish their change. Comes to Baker, deflected by Antonio. Baker picks it back up though and gets into the Lions zone. Chips that one in on Allarding, and that's a good play there for the Jimmies just to get a face-off in the Lions zone after not really being able to get anything set up in the first minute 39 of this power play here in the second period. Draw push to the far corner. Bilton whips it back around. Will it get out of the zone? No, kept in there nicely by Baker. She'll spin. Fires a shot well over the net. And collected on the near side here by Clayton. Watch there by Bilton. Slips it through her legs. Tried to deflect it on, was Cooling. She couldn't direct it on net. Now Clayton again. 5 seconds left to go in the advantage. Far side. That one goes wide of the net off the stick of a Jimmy's player. That was Baker. Weeks is out. Shot deflected off of Cooling in front. Correction, that was Gee in front. Antonio now has it. Sent it in the middle. Weeks can't get it, and she collides with Antonio. Bilton, and Antonio couldn't get the line as Bilton raced in. And that collision between Antonio and Weeks put the Lions off sides. But another killed penalty for Lindenwood. They try to get that penalty kill back on track. As Keller, Doty, and Fuchs back out there. Face-off pulled back. Braun gets around Blaskovich. Teague able to cut her off. And now she'll have it in the far corner. She's pressured there as the Jimmies intercept. Schroeder had it knocked off her stick. That one kicks free to Lee. Drops it down low. Keller, now Doty all alone. Here's Devin Doty on the break. She cuts back, fires that one just off the back of the net. She had Gibson going to the right. That puck just slid off her stick, and here come the Jimmies. Braun, that one slides off her stick. Allarding sweeps it to the far corner. I don't know how Devin Doty got that wide open, but the Jimmies able to avoid disaster there. And now Blaskovich back in her own zone. She chips it forward, nobody there but a Jamestown player. Bilton gets a stick on it. She tries to sweep it forward. Now Blaskovich again. Kept in there by Vukovic. She'll go behind the net. Sends it in front. That's loose. Fires it on. Allarding with the save. That one off the shot from Montrose. Doty able to kick that one out of the zone. Weeks putting the pressure there on Baker. Blaskovich on the line with Montrose. She'll get that one down low. Teague will have to find it. She does. Pressure coming from the Jimmies. One move there, another move there by Teague. She goes to the far side, gets the red line. Into the zone, Madison Teague. WMCH All-Star. Sent it to the near corner for her counterpart on that All-Star team in Pierce. Now back to the near side, another All-Star, Harushko. Drops it to Antonio, now up top to Martinez. High rising shot goes well over the net. Carter will chip in. She pushes that one down low to Pierce. 3 Jimmies surround her. Antonio finds it, loses it. Carter sweeps at it. Harusko finds it, but Cooling is able to get it out of the zone. Martinez comes to the near side to Antonio. She spins right back in the zone of the Lions. Drops it for Pierce. Back to Antonio. She swings wide, tries to cut in front. Jams at it. Gibson strong, able to keep it out. Now back to the near side to Carter. Down low, Harusko off the referee. And now Antonio. Looks for the front, doesn't have it. Sweeps that one back down low. Harusko will go after it. Push back to the back. That one's chipped out off the skate of Antonio. And now Jada Clayton in there on Carter. Somehow doesn't take a penalty, and Allerding will just grab that one and melt it down for a face-off. That top line for the Lions starting to go to work now. Antonio with their patented drive to the front of the net. Couldn't stuff that one under the leg pads of Gibson. But the back and forth continues here. 15:04 to go in the second. Jamestown finishing their line change. Another draw won by them. That shot deflected there off of Evert. As Wheelgosh picks it up and spins. She's battling with Evert there. That one's sent forward. That one's in the skates of Miller. Wheelgosh comes away with it. That one just goes wide of the sliding Allerding. Pressure there again by the Jimmies. Chipped out. No, kept in for the moment. Finally pushed free by the Lions. Miller has her stick lifted. She'll finally sweep it forward. Trying to find Nichols. She can't. Wheelgosh has it. Near side to Johnson. Off the skate of Evert. Blaskovich can't control. Now pushing in as Whale. Chips that one over the net. Sends it all the way up top to Bulak. Bolak. Shot deflected off the stick of Miller. Near corner for Johnson to collect. Intercepted by Wither. She'll cross ice to Miller. Miller pushes forward. Pushes it into the Jimmy zone. Allows the Lions to take a line change. Bolak circles her net. Goes around Fuchs. Pressure there from Doty. Bolak fires it in. Allerding will try and set it up. She can't. It's going to come to the near side. Picked off there by Braun. Kept in by the Jimmies for the moment in Lee. Keller over skates but recorrects. Gets it to Doty and she'll whip it in. Behind the net, Fuchs pushing after Fisher. Trying to spin off of it there was Lingen. Picked off by the Lions. Still battling there. Braun now has it on the near side. She'll calmly get that one out, but right to Carter. Correction, Teague. Teague sends it up to Weeks. Enters the Jimmy zone. Dumps it down low. Fisher will pick it up. Reverses direction to Lee. Up the boards, Lingen into the middle. Now Braun breaks it out. 1-on-2. Coming back as Weeks on defense. Good sweep check there by Carter to break that one up. The Jimmies maintain possession. Bilton trying to peel that one off the boards. Finally, she is able to. This is Weeks that comes away with it. Into the middle, off the stick of Evert. Trying to be pushed back in by Lee. It is delayed off sides. Now Carter. Reverses to Teague. That one off of the upper body of Lee, kept in by Kulig. Now Evert, can she get there? She's late on a shift. She won't, as that one is picked up there by Johnson. Off the stick of Amick into the Lions zone. Here is Pierce at the red line. On Doctor. Deflected off of Doctor's stick into the near side for Kautzman. Amick. Nice toe drag move there. Pierce, though, gets a stick on it. Breaks it up. Harusko to Antonio on the near side. She's got some room to skate. Couple of Lions crash in the net. Toe drag there. Fires that one. Rising shot goes well over the net from Antonio. Falling down is Wither. But over skating it was Baker. Wither pins it along the board. Amick, Baker battling there. Intercepted by Antonio. She's in 1-on-3. Can't find that pass to Harusko. Now Clayton runs into Pierce. Loses the puck to Martinez. Trying to find Harusko. Back into the Jimmy zone. They'll push it forward off the stick of Antonio. Pierce tries to step into Clayton again. Clayton's able to get it into the Lions zone for a Jimmy's change. Blaskovich near side to Pierce. And she's able to chip that one out. Vukdeveen finds Bolak. Intercepted here. Antonio fires that one just wide of the net. Lions pick it up with Pierce. Now to Blaskovic. That low shot kicked out by Gibson. Coming in as Weeks. She can't keep it in. Fire back in there by Teague. Weeks battling along the boards. Teague has that one hop over her stick. She'll fire it back in on a delayed offside. Jimmies pick it up. Miller with the pressure. Vukdeveen sends it behind. Bolak reverses. And now Whale. In the middle, Vukdeveen tries to move through Blaskovic. Blaskovic intercepts it. She'll flip it out. Right back in there off of Blaskovic. Here's Caitlin Weeks. Room to work with. Cross to Miller. That one nibbles off her stick. Vukdeveen sends it into the middle. No one there for the Jimmies, and now Blaskovic near side. Chips it off the boards. Nichols tries to sweep it in. Gets a piece of it. The Jimmies pick it right back up. Weeks had that one go around her from Wheelgosh. Fuchs now finds Blaskovic. Up to Weeks. In the middle, Nickel again. Fans on the entry pass, but does allow the Lions to get a change as Bolak picks it up and sends it up to Wheelgosh. Cross ice. This is Gee. That one hops over her stick, but she's able to pick it back up. The shot deflected, and now Doty on the near side. She has Keller in the middle. Doty races in. Good stick work there by Lee to intercept that one. Now Gee. Cross ice. Looking for it back. That one off of Doty's knee, but right to Ashton Lee. She'll whip that behind her back. Up to Schroeder. Lions try to clear it out. They can't at the moment. It's Carter. She'll go to the far side. Picked up by Lingen. Watched by Keller. Gets a skate on it. Chipped out. No, not chipped out by Fuchs. Keller works at it once, twice, three times. Can't get it. And now it's sweep behind the net for Carter, going against Schroeder. Doty gets a stick on it. Jimmy's come away with it. Lee slaps it down behind the net. Martinez pinches back. Finds Carter. She stops. Reverses direction. Pressured there again by Schroeder. Lions hemmed into their own zone. Trying to send it in front was Lingen. She can't. Now up top. Kautzman. And finally, the Jimmies are forced to pressure out of the zone, and Martinez is going to take a minor here as her stick got up into the armpit of a Jimmy player, and another power play for Jamestown as Martinez is going to be sent to the box for hooking with 8:43 to go in the second. And the Lions are 2 for 2 on the kill so far, but they're playing with fire with the 11th ranked power play unit of the Jimmies. Although they have been cold as of late. 0 for 9 in their last 2 games. I'll make it 0 for 11. That one's sent back down. Gibson will set things up for Baker. She'll circle the net and put on the Jets. Haven't seen many players that can match Loki Antonio for speed, but Jaden Baker has the wheels. Bilton sweeps that one behind the net. She'll whip that one around the boards. That rides the dasher, but kept in there by Baker. She'll wind and fire. Allarding square to the shot. Squeezes that one underneath her glove and gets the face-off. Well, that would be a race that I would want to see for sure, is Jaden Baker against Loki Antonio to see who's the fastest. Baker, the sophomore out of Regina, Saskatchewan. A big proponent of that Weyburn Gold Wings team. This one's sent up top. This is Clayton. She looks to walk in. Sent out by the Lions. As Gibson sets it up. Bolak delays. Now pushes things forward. Clayton has that one intercepted. Lingen picks it up along the bench of the Lions. Drops it back to Bolak. Out of Clayton. She chips that one around Harusko, but Harusko, nice job of getting on her edges and getting back to that one. That's going to be chipped into the Lions bench. 43 seconds left to go in the advantage. 7:26 left in the second. Still no score between these two teams. Both teams relatively low scoring. 45 goals for the Lions on the year, 66 against, 53 goals allowed, or 53 goals scored by the Jimmies, 45 allowed. Well, both these teams used to playing close affairs. Whale walks into the zone. She looks to spin around, crosses in front of the net, sends it up top. Wheelgosh. That one gloved by Allarding, picked up there by Lingen. Now Wheelgosh. Good defensive play there by Teague to break that one up. Whale up at the top with 13 to go. She walks in. That one deflected. Allarding with the glove save. She saw that one clearly through the screen and off the deflection from Weeks. 10 seconds left in the advantage. Antonio, Harushko, Teague, and Carter out there for the final 10. Martinez will exit the box, and depending on the situation, we'll either race to the bench for a change or look for a breakout pass. Draw tied up, picked back up by the Jimmy. Schroeder, cross ice. That one is in the skates of Braun. She finally finds it. Now Whale up top. Watched by Antonio. Whale spinning. Martinez goes to the bench. That one tipped in by Wheelgosh. And the Jimmies get on the board first. They've been looking for that one all power play long. And finally they're able to connect on the goal front presence. Bethany Wheelgosh, 4th goal of the year, her 2nd, well, power play had expired, so it was not a power play goal. Her 4th of the year. And again, the Lions are going to have to come back. Antonio, right off the draw, races in. Good stick check there by Doctor. Chipped in there by Harushko. Pierce will go in after it. Battling against Kautzman. Picked up by the Jimmies. They'll chip that one out. Wither knocks it down. Gains the red line to dump it right in. Kautzman, near side. Good step in there by Harushko. Sends it to Pierce. One-timer deflected there by Doctor into the far corner. Weeks battling for it. Lifts the stick. Weeks finds it. That one deflected off of Kautzman. And now pinching in there is Bilton. She looks to sweep it back. Picked up there by Baker, and she'll send it out. Right back in by the Lions on a delayed offsides. Weeks has to clear again, as does Bilton. That allows Doctor some time. Chipped around Evert by Baker. She gets into the zone. Bilton tries to lift her stick. Pushed out there by Wither. It's loose in front. Chipped in. Doesn't reach Allarding. Goes behind the net. This is Bilton. In her skates. Finally pulled out by the Lions, and Evert chips it up to Weeks. She tries to rush in. And that's going to be offsides as Evert got in just a step ahead as Weeks was being pushed towards the near side with 5:13 to go here in the second. When we talk about this Lions team having to come from behind again. You know, they fell behind 2-0 to Maryville on the 19th. Fell behind 2-0 to Arizona State on the 15th. Fell behind 3-0 to UMass a couple of weeks ago. In all 3 of those instances, they were either to come back and either tie or win that game. But they fell behind 4-0 in their last game and couldn't mount a comeback. Here come the Jimmies out of the zone. That shot deflected. Swept to the near side. Doty chips it out. Past Johnson. Push back forward. Doty had to go past her. Right to Whale. She chips that one down low. Martinez finds it. Sweeps it to the far corner. No one there for the Lions. As Fuchs will pin her opponent to the boards. That one swept out. No icing. And Gibson will set that one up with 4:20 to go. Whale calling for it. Wheelgosh, the goal scorer, has it. She gets it up to Whale. Fires that one right on net. Usher to the near corner. Carter will sweep it around. This is Miller. Pressured there by Wheelgosh. In front. Gee can't get it. Martinez tries to chip it around, but can't. This one's sent to the front of the net. Allerding just says, no, we're going to stop this, and we're going to get a face-off with 3:56 to go. 1-0 in favor of the Jimmies. On the goal by Bethany Wheelgosh. In the far corner, Teague pressured there. Bilton tries to push it. Jimmy's now starting to feel it after scoring the opening goal. Really putting the pressure on and hemming the Lions in their own zone. Teague has to come to the near side. Lingen on her. She intercepts. Fires that one in front. Broken up by the Lions. Now Bilton. Nice toe drag move to get to it. She gets to the red line. Gets into the zone. She'll chip that one down low. Her and Nickel will go in after it. One's in the skates of somebody. Finally pushed around by Doctor. Near side to Braun. And it is Antonio. Breaking out, though, is Kautzman. She'll send that one out. Teague off the boards. Now Antonio has Harushko. Oh, good pick off there from Braun. She allows the forward to clear and gets into the zone. Teague broken up there. Vuktavine sent it around behind the net, looking for the wraparound. That one is stopped by Allerding. Near corner for Pierce. She pushes forward. She has it over to Antonio, just out of her reach. Fisher sends it to the near corner. Pierce racing after Lee. Lee able to push it up to Baker, who gets it out of the zone. Teague twirls in her own zone and pushes forward. Good stick there from Vuktavine to knock that one off a Teague stick. And now Baker pushes it into Amick. Tries to send it in front. Good back check there by Antonio to alter that pass. And Allerding will pick it up for another face-off with 2:17 to go. Lions back in action tomorrow night against the #1 team in the Division I rankings. Liberty comes to town for an 8:20 puck drop. Right back here on the Lindenwood Women's ACHA YouTube channel. That puck squirts free. Weeks tries to send it up to Evert. That one's deflected back into the Lions zone. Wither up to Weeks. Now in the middle to Evert. She kicks it forward. Cuts to the middle, fires that one. Glove save by Gibson. She hasn't been challenged much here in this second period, but she has been strong when she has been. Makes a good glove save there on Marina Evert. For this Jamestown team, after tonight, they're going to be playing Midland tomorrow at the McKendree Metro Recplex at 11:30 a.m. start time. That's Central time for those of you in the Midwest. And then they will face off against McKendree on Saturday at 3:15 Central. Draw one by the Lions. That shot wide of the net by Teague. Doty swings it around. Teague will pinch in from her defensive position. That puck gets around her and cleared out of the zone. Wheelgosh can't get there in front of Carter. Pushed in there to Whale. Near side, Kautzman. Up to Wheelgosh. Lone goal scorer in this one. That's going to be an icing call as Wheelgosh did not get a stick on it. And a face-off down in their own defensive zone with 1:20 in the second. Big thanks to all of you listening in tonight that couldn't make it out to Centene. We still got a really nice crowd here tonight for both squads. Jimmy's fans have traveled well. Draw one by the Lions in front. Pierce sweeps it in, but Gibson with a strong stick save. Antonio out top to Wither. Back down to Antonio. Toe drag move, fires that one, another stick save. Gibson, that one pops near the front of the net. It is pinned along the boards behind. Pierce battling in there with Harushko. Finally pulled free by Whale. Crystal Whale has had a great game on the defensive side of things, as that one's pushed in there by Gee. That one sent up top. Ashton Lee blocked there by Antonio. She chips it out. Can she win the battle? No, she can't. pinned along the boards, pushed down there by Lee as Antonio. Finally pulled away by Harushko, swept into the zone. Near side. On the stick of Braun, Antonio sweeps it back in. This one will be a battle to watch in the third as Antonio against Lee. As now to the near side. This putt comes to Blaskovich. Slow chip that one in. Fisher picks it up. It's around Harushko, around Antonio. Hip check there to alter her path with 4 left in the second. That's going to do things here for the second period of action. The lone goal scored by Bethany Wielgosh just after the power play had expired. A nice tip in front of the net. The only thing that's beaten Evie Allarding so far tonight, but Mackenzie Gibson has been even better in net for the Jimmies as she's turned aside every single shot that the Lions have put on net. 1-0 in favor of Jamestown after 2. We'll be back for the third after this on the Lindenwood Women's ACHA YouTube channel. Back at the Centene Community Ice Center, third period getting ready to start. A 1-0 Jamestown lead. They took the lead off a goal from Bethany Wheelgosh after a power play had expired. Able to get perched in front of the net and deflect a shot past Evie Allarding. Lions tried to come right back and put some pressure on, but weren't able to get set up on the offensive zone. But now with a fresh sheet of ice and the top line out there, we'll see what they can do. We're back underway. Jimmies win the draw. Teague has it in her own zone. Fans on the clearing attempt. Schroeder, high shot off the glove of Allarding, tips it over the net. Now this one slapped to the near side for Pierce. Lee keeps it in the zone, but Teague intercepts, and she'll race out up to Antonio. That pass eludes her, and that's going to be an icing call with just 24 seconds gone in the third. A little disconnected early on in this third period. As the Lions have to once again come from behind in a game. Another draw won by the Lions, but picked off by the Jimmies. Swept down low. Blaskovich pins Lincoln to the boards. Pierce battling there as well as Blaskovich tries to kick it forward. Finally pulled out by Lincoln. That one up top to Braun. She races in. Walled off there by a trio of Lions. She'll send it behind the net. And Schroeder will go after it. Pinching in are the Jimmies. And now Harushko tries to come to the near side, but that one fanned on, and Gee will pick it off. Teague to Antonio. Now up to Harushko. Pierce in the middle, splits the D. Here's Hillary Pierce racing in past Johnson. She sweeps it in. Big stop again by Gibson. Tracked it all the way. And she shuts down another Lions attempt. Second time that Pierce has gotten a chance to get in on the break at the end of a shift. Didn't have the wheels that she was hoping for. Still got a good look on Gibson. That shot deflected down low, chipped in there by the Lions' Evert. But Gibson again strong to the stop. Martinez fires that one on. Blocked there by Wheelgosh. Correction, Whale. Now Wheelgosh has it. Blocked there by Martinez. She sends that one out of the zone. That one hops over the stick of Countsman. Goes all the way down for an icing call. And we'll come back down to the Lions zone. That tandem of Whale and Wheelgosh has been giving the Lions trouble all night. Wheelgosh picked up her 4th goal of the year. And a face-off won by Bilton. Martinez behind her net. Weeks and Doctor pinned along the boards. Weeks gives it to Wither. She spins. Spins back the other way and reverses to Martinez. Now Evert into the middle for Weeks. That one does not collect off of her stick, and it's going to go down for Doctor. Weeks runs her into the boards. And Bilton and Weeks try to pick it up. That one sent in front. Now Martinez. Low shot, skips on, kicked out there by Gibson. And Clayton sends it forward. Pushed forward by Fuchs. Right back out there by Couchman. Fuchs dumps that one into the zone. Doty will pick this one off. She chips it down low. Doty has Keller in front. Doty will look to swing around the net. Good stick there by the Jimmies. Doty sends it out. Teague was not there as the Lions D was changing. And she'll have to go all the way back to her own zone to pick it up. Fuchs sends it to Keller, but picked off there by Vuktavine. She flips that one high. Fired in front. Vuktavine had her stick lifted by Keller at the last second. And Allarding puts a glove on that one for the faceoff. 17-10 to go in the third. We talked about it in the second. Both these teams used to low-scoring affairs. This is what it's been all evening. Back and forth, chances and chances. Just one been able to be capitalized on. Schroeder picks that one all off along the near boards. She slends it in front. And now Carter. exits her zone. Schroeder took a spill, and that allows Carter to get into the zone. Sends that shot wide of the net. Comes in front. Picked up there by Lee. Bilton tried to wheel that one off. Teague fans on the attempt. Lee fires that one on Allarding with the stop. Swept out by the Lions. Kept in there for the moment by Braun. Pierce chips it forward. Correction, it's Miller that chips it forward. Now Nickel. She's going to go 1-on-3. Dumps it in. Gets a line change. Schroeder goes around Pierce. Antonio, good stick to knock that one away. And now Fisher up the far boards. Lions putting the pressure on now with this top line. Lee cannot find G. And now Harushko has Pierce in front. One-timer. There's Gibson again. Right there up to the challenge to make the stop. Gibson runs 5'8", and she is very good at taking up lots of the net, as Pierce got a really good look there. But Gibson, solid as a rock tonight. Looking for her first shutout of the year. Draw one by the Lions. It's Antonio. Back to Wither. Winds and fires. That one deflected off of G's knee. And that shot by Harushko off of Pierce. Whale intercepted there by Antonio. Wheelgosh picks it right back up. This one sent to the near side. That one will be too much for Bolak as Wither sends it back down. Whale tries to chip it around Antonio. She can't. Tries to feed it in front. Deflected there off of the Jimmies. Harushko sends it back down low. And as the Lions will look to make a change. Sent forward. Wither picks it off. She can't find Weeks. And now chipped in by the Jimmies. Wither will go in after it, coming in quickly as Amick. Weeks tries to get it past Wheelgosh. And we're going to get a hand pass there as Wheelgosh knocked it out and Amick touched it. And that faceoff will come outside the Lions zone with 15:15 to go. Jamestown, just a second-year program, has already come out of the chute firing. 10-8 on the year so far. Bilton tried to break out. Good stick by the Jimmies once again to pick it off. 21 returning starters. And they'll have a handful of those players back next year as well. Good growth of this program by head coach Amber Shack. Doctor sends that one just wide. Evert will collect on the far board. She tries to send it forward. Fans on the clearing attempt. Second try there by Bilton. Gets it out. Right back in by Jamestown. Pushed forward by Martinez. Kept in by Clayton. This is Carter to the near side. Weeks. Got a little room to skate. She'll spin there off of the check from Baker. Gives that one away to Vucteveen. She spins looking for Baker. Bilton picks it off. Sends it forward. Lee has it in her own zone. Comes to the near side to Doctor. That one off of Weeks. She's in an awkward position. That puck gets out of the zone. As Lee runs into Keller. Allows Baker to gather some speed. That pass goes begging and punched back in there by Fuchs. Whipped around to the near side. Baker sends it up. T keeps it in. That shot off of Fuchs' backside. And the Jimmy's able to break out again with Doctor. Sends it forward. Chipped in there by Baker. She gets tangled up there with Blaskovich and goes down. Teague has it on the near side. She needs to get it out of the zone. She can't. That's kept in there by Schroeder. 1-on-3 opportunity. Sent in front. Allarding with the stick save. That one rebound in. And the Lions give up another one. It's 2-0 in favor of Jamestown. Kieran Vucteveen with the tally. And the giveaway in their own zone is what did the Lions in there. Vucteveen's 8th goal of the year takes the team lead. And the Lions now trail 2-0. They win the draw. Trying to push it in with Wither. She can't. Picked up by the Jimmies. Antonio can't find it. And now Martinez whips it out off of Harushko. Bolak sent it near side to Lingen. Back to Bolak. Approaching the 13-minute mark. Just past the stick of Wither. Pierce cross eyes to Martinez. Finds Antonio. She'll spin and push it in. Harushko will go in on the forecheck. Bolak gets it right past her. Pierce is able to find it along the near boards. Pulled out by Jamestown. Chipped over. Teague gets a stick on it. It's going to go into her own zone where she'll circle behind her net. Watch there by Braun. Teague pushes forward. Good stick there by Whale to break that one up. Harushko sends that one in right on goal. No problem there for Gibson. Evert and Weeks in there on the forecheck. Gee tries to get around Teague. She can't. So be sent to the near side for Couchman. Couchman again, this time to the near side to Doctor. Into the middle. Cross ice, that one skips over the stick of Wheelgosh. Right back in by Jamestown. Allardine can't set it up. The Lions are going to have to hurry here. Weeks beats Whale to her, giving away to Wheelgosh. She'll spin. Drops it off for Lee. Back to Wheelgosh. Can't find it. Teague has it. Tries to get it around Wheelgosh. She can't. Weeks intercepted by Lee. Good pinch there. Allardine has to get to those. That deflected in front. And now Teague running to the boards there. Wheelgosh comes away with it. Looking for Lee. Picked out there by Teague. She'll get the red line. Goes around, but Lee again, a good work on the defensive end. Able to knock that one off the stick. Clayton sends it off. Weeks into the skates of Carter. Now Fisher, fresh off the bench. Teague tries to send it forward. Lee, low shot deflected there by Weeks. Lee sends it down low for Clayton, rubbed off there by Teague. In front, spinning, kicked out by Allardine. Evert. Off the board, it's going to be too strong. That's going to go down for an icing call. And that's not going to allow the Lions to get a change. Not what you needed if you were the Lions. Just a little too strong off the boards by Evert. And it went all the way down for an icing call. .10:49 left to go in this one. 2-0 in favor of Jamestown. Keller on the draw. Won by Jamestown. Bolak. That one deflected. Allardine off the post. And now to the near side for Weeks. Fortunate break there for the Lions. Allardine made the save, but it went off the post as well. Evert into the zone. Toe drag. Looks to sweep it in front to Weeks, but a good defensive play there again. Now Harushko. She spins. Evert goes off on a change. Harushko tripped up. No call. Wither. Oh, no, there is a call. The Lions are going to get a chance to go to the power play with 10:16 left to go in this third period. An opportunity to get back within one if this power play can't connect. That Lions top line was just getting out onto the ice as well, so it'll be fresh legs for them as going off is going to be Kira Montrose. Just her third penalty of the year for the senior forward. One of three Jimmies that played for Dakota College. Draw one by the Lions. Antonio. Teague, high pressure here from Clayton. Antonio again, drops that one down low. Harushko fires that one in, but Gibson with the stop. They're going to need to get Gibson moving left to right if they have any chance of firing one past her. Blocker save there off the shot from Teague. Teague again, that one deflected. Pierce picks it up in the near corner, shoots it behind for Harushko. Now to Pierce on the near wall. Up top to Teague, low to Antonio. She walks the line. Drops to Harushko. That one stopped by Gibson. It's loose. And finally gloved out by Gibson. And she takes a swing at Antonio in front. Now we've got some fireworks. Pierce throws a punch. As something got Mackenzie Gibson fired up there. Antonio was in on the crease. Not sure if she got a stick up in Gibson or not, but something irked her, and she went after Antonio. Not much of a surprise because Antonio is super feisty. And is she going to be the only one that gets a penalty here? And Coach Andrew Miller wants an explanation as well as why is Antonio the only one getting a call here. I can understand if it's a goalie interference call, but the retaliation may have warranted something as well. And yeah, I think they are going to call a retaliation as well because the Jimmies are sending another player to the box. That's going to be Jada Clayton. Correction, that is going to be Madison Knudsen, who's going to sit in the box for Jamestown. So it'll still be a power play for the Lions. And it'll be 5-on-4 still. So matching minors there. Lions win the draw. Weeks dishes to Teague. Back to Weeks. Bilton's in front, down low. Harushko up top to Teague. Collects, fires that one. Gibson another good stop. Square to the puck once again. Bilton up top to Teague. Another low shot looking for the deflection for Harushko. Doesn't get it. Weeks in her skates. Pressured hard there. Picked up by Harushko. She is chopped down there. No call again. Refs are letting them play. Teague, nice job to keep it in. Pierce, low shot, short side, goes wide of the net. Tucked in there by the Lions. It's Harushko with 40. Pierce, that one blocked there by Lingen. Harushko back to Pierce. That one off her stick, goes just wide of the cage. And she runs Braun into the boards. Pulled out there by Harushko. Up top to Weeks. 22 left in the advantage. Teague, that shot just wide of the net. Lingen fires it off the boards, and that'll clear the zone with 13 left in the advantage. Racing back is Cooling to pressure Teague. That one eludes Pierce, and that's going to be it for the kill. Although Keller has that one deflect off of her, chipped out by the Jimmies. Right there dancing at the line is Schroeder. Able to clear that one out, and to Wither. Fuchs can't collect that. Off the glass. Just past the stick of Wither. She'll go back into her own zone. Again, can't connect with Fuchs. Pushed down low by Wheelgosh. Fuchs and Wither. Keller coming in to support as well. 7:43 to go in the third. 2-0 in favor of Jamestown. Puck still pinned along the board. Someone's going to have to pull it out. Refs are yelling to play, play, play. Who's going to come away with this? 3 Lions, 3 Jamestown players. And finally, whistle going to be blown. That puck just pinned along the boards. Faceoff will come to the left of Evie Allerding. As Antonio and Knudsen exit the box as well. All those fireworks and nothing came from it for the Lions. Still down by 2. This be Bilton on the draw against Knudsen. Tied up there. Finally pulled out there by Nickel. She goes cross to Miller. Miller dumps that one down low. This will come to the near side. Nickel, Bilton able to pick it up along the near boards. Pressured there. 3 Jimmies. Teague keeps it in, slaps it past Miller. Chipped out by the Jimmies. Teague, in front of her own blue line. Nickel gets it into the zone. Fires it into Miller, who chips that one just wide. She goes in after it against Bolak. Baker gathers some speed, gets around Harushko. Here comes Jaden Baker. That one well wide of the net. And now Schroeder. Feeds it up top to Lee. Back to Schroeder. Up top to Fisher. Now Lee. She walks the line there on Miller. Sends it in front. That one off the skate of and Carter. Fisher tried to keep it in. She does for the moment. Pierce whacking at it. Kept in there by Schroeder. Fisher again whacks at it. Finally, Pierce able to knock it out of the zone. Lee calls for it. Gets it along the near side with 6:05 to go. Picked off by Antonio. She's in on a break. Loki Antonio. Backhand. There it is. Loki Antonio gets the Lions back within one. Well, she had been hunting for that opportunity all evening. Finally, the miscue there by Lee. Antonio picks it off, goes forehand, backhand. And like we said, got to get Gibson moving left to right. And that's what Antonio was able to do. And the Lions come back yet again, 2-1. Jimmies with the draw. One off the stick of Blaskovich. Whale in there on the forecheck. This one comes to the near side. Giving away to Whale, feeds it in front. Gee tied up there by Harushko. That puck is still loose. Allerding finally able to cover that one up for the faceoff. Well, there's one thing that you're guaranteed when you watch a Lindenwood Lions ACHA women's team. It's that you're not going to want to turn it off at any point in the game because this team finds a way almost every single time to make it interesting all the way to the final whistle. This one kept in. Wheelgosh sends it down low, picked off there by Bilton. Now here's Evert. Marina Evert with an opportunity on the breakaway. She goes to the forehand, stopped there by Gibson. Evert was hounded by a couple of Jimmies. Trying to send it in front there is Weeks. And now Martinez will pinch in. Evert sends it in front. No one there for the Lions to get a stick on it. Now Carter drops it down low to Evert. She circles the nets. Up top to Martinez. That shot looking for a deflection. Gets it from Bilton. Goes just wide of the net. Now Bilton has it behind. She's looking for some help. Finally pulled three. Wilgosh chips it out. And now Martinez pressured there by Gee. Nice job by Martinez to shield her off. That one clears the zone. And now Weeks with an opportunity. Lions able to make a change as she dumps it down low. Doty fresh out onto the ice. Near side, just out of the reach of Teague. Pushing forward here is Clayton. Teague able to back check on that. Blaskovich now to Doty. She'll send it forward. Lions have a little bit of a renewed vigor after that Antonio goal. Out of the zone by Blaskovich. Tied up along the Lions bench. Blaskovich pulls it out of the snow. And that one picked off by Clayton in the middle. That one gloved by Allerding with 4:04 left to go. Another defensive zone giveaway by the Lions, but Allerding again able to shut that one down. 4:04 left. 2-1 in favor of Jamestown. Antonio with the latest goal to pull the Lions to within one. Top line out there again for the Lions. Harushko with the draw. Carter near side to Pierce. Sends it into the middle. Antonio brings it down. She's run off there by Schroeder. Jimmy's pick it up. Antonio got a stick on it. Now Braun has it in her own zone. She looks to push forward. Picked off by Carter. In the middle. Lingen. Lions get it right back. It's T. Cross ice, Antonio. That one hops over her stick. It's going to be no icing, though, as it's waved off. Doctor will pick it up behind her net. Teague pinches in there on G, but G's able to get it out. This is Carter. She winds that one in. Doctor again goes after it. Finds G. Teague again pinching. Antonio keeps it in. Sends it down low. Picked off by G. Broken up there by Bilton. Bilton tries to sweep it down low. Pierce goes into it against Kautzman. Bilton in front. That one by Pierce just goes wide. Weeks, slow dribble, a rebound attempt. Gibson with the stop on Bilton. Bilton now has it in the corner. Walled in there by Kautzman. Also in there is Weeks. She's able to pull it free. Weeks comes in front, tries to stuff it in. Gibson, no. Rebound attempt, another stop by Gibson. And now Wither pinches in, sends it behind the net. 2:45 to go. Weeks has it. Has Martinez at the point. That one chopped up on her. Pulled away by the Jimmies. And finally pushed out by Jamestown. It's Braun. She circles, waiting for reinforcements. Evert and her skates finally cleared out there. Good pressure there by Evert. Weeks has that one go underneath her stick as Clayton gets into the zone. That one gloved by Allarding. And another face-off with 2:18 to go. Action heating up here late on a Thursday night. 2:18 left in this one. Lions looking to pick up another point with a tie. They win the draw once again. Sent forward. Kept in there by the Jimmies. Battle along the near boards. Fuchs in there along with Clayton. Fuchs able to finally pull it free. It's somehow kept in the zone, though. It's a good pinch in there by Bolak. Jimmy's doing a nice job of just wasting time here, keeping that one pinned along the boards. Keller trying to dig it out. Finally, the whistle is blown, and another face-off coming up. Amick able to fall on that one and waste a good 30 seconds of time. Face-off will come in the Lions zone. That top line back out there for Lindenwood. Expect them to be out there the remainder of this game with a timeout still in their pocket. Here is Antonio. Has it along the far boards. Nice move to enter the zone. She spins. Pressured there. Two Jimmies surround her. She's pulled down, and that's going to be a call. Power play opportunity for the Lions as Loki Antonio draws a huge penalty with 1.5 minutes left in this one, giving the Lions an opportunity to tie this thing up. Gracie Fisher going to the box for a hold. And Coach Miller is going to use that timeout to draw something up here with this team down 1 and on the advantage. So goals from Wielgosh and Vuktavine for the Jimmies. And Antonio from the Lions is where we sit with 1:33 to go here. Lions will be on the power play, needing a goal to tie. Have not been successful on their 2 previous opportunities. But need to get one here. Mackenzie Gibson has been solid in net for Jamestown. Just the 1 goal allowed, but not much she could have done about that one on the breakaway from Antonio. Outside of that, she has stopped everything thrown her way. Can she do it for another 1:33? Important draw for the Lions here, Harushko. Again, Schroeder. Harushko with the win. Teague up top. Over to Antonio. Down to Harushko, looking for that backdoor pass. Pierce, that one deflected, and now Clayton has an opportunity to break out. Clayton will send it into the Lions zone. She'll go in after it. Teague's gonna have to hurry. Gives that one away. That one blocked by Harushko, but it allows Jamestown to pick it right back up. Sent right back in. Nope. Wielgosh had it blocked and sent back in by Clayton. Teague with 1 minute left to go. Gets it to Antonio. Now to Pierce on the near side. Pierce enters the zone. She has Harushko breaking in. Pierce fires it through the defender's legs. Good stop by Gibson into the near corner. Harushko drops it for Teague. Teague fires that one, blocked in front off of Bilton. Teague again, low shot, that one blocked in front again. Bilton swipes at it, it's loose. Gibson finally able to get a glove on it and melts it down for a face-off with 36.2 to go. Good battles in front of the net between the Lions and Jimmies. A couple of shots deflecting off of Ava Bilton in front, never even reaching Gibson. As the net now sits empty for the Lions as Allarding has come to the bench for the extra attacker. 6-on-4 advantage for the Lions. They are really throwing everything they can at this one to try and pick up the tie. Draw one by Jamestown. That one comes to the near side. Can Pierce keep it in? She can't. That one clears as Cooling was right there, brought down by Harushko. Clear into the zone. 23 to go. Teague up atop. Pierce cross ice. Oh, had Antonio breaking in. Good sweep check there by Braun. She'll put it into the corner. Now up top to Teague. In front, blocked aside there by Cooling. Down low to Harushko. 6 to go. Off the mask of Gibson. Teague, one more shot, fires that one, blocked there by Whale, and that's going to do it. Jamestown holds on for the 2-1 victory. Giving it all up there in the last minute and a half. Blocked shots left and right. And a great, strong game from Mackenzie Gibson. Moves her to 5-3 on the year. Jimmies improve to 11-8. Lions fall to 5-10-3, but not without a strong performance from Evie Allarding in net. Just could not find the answer to Mackenzie Gibson in this one. As Jamestown once again will take this one 2-1. Don't forget, join us tomorrow night, 8:20. That's when puck drop is for Lindenwood versus #1 Liberty. We'll have that one for you here on the Lindenwood Women's ACHA YouTube channel. I want to thank you again for joining us tonight. Hope you come back for tomorrow's game. And until then, I'm Michael Wagenknecht saying good night from the Centene Community Ice Center.